So this week on The Chase, it is all about the Airguns.
I believe that I'm gonna have a big buck down with the Umarex Airsaber here in Texas.
The Chase with Ted and Amber is presented by the State of West Virginia Division of Natural Resources.
So Umarex USA and Airguns have been a big part of our show for several years now, and we have really loved partnering with Umarex and hunting with Airguns. I tell you, my favorite airgun up until they built the Zelos was the Umarex Hammer, but now I kind of lean a little bit more towards the 25 caliber Zelos. What about you?
My favorite is the Umarex Airsaber, mainly because it shoots arrows. I mean, I love the hammer too, but the Airsaber is my favorite.
And I forgot about the Airsaber. You know what? Umarex makes such awesome air guns. All of them are great quality air guns, and it's kind of hard to pick a favorite.
So we're going to show you one of our favorite hunts that was actually in Texas, and I'm getting to hunt one of my favorite animals to hunt, which would be pigs.
So here we go.
Alright, so we just got set up here in Texas. We are running a little bit behind. We came in and there was already turkeys here and some axes, but we're actually here to shoot turkeys or hogs. We have the Umarex Gauntlet 30 caliber here to shoot turkeys, and we also have the 50 caliber in case a hog comes in. So that's the plan. We're gonna sit out here and hopefully the animals come back in, because of course we were late, so we'll see what happens. So it didn't take long on this hunt for the pigs to start rolling in.
All right, Wild Hog down. The Umarex 50 caliber hammer literally dropped this pig in her tracks.
The Chase with Ted and Amber is brought to you by Caverns Armory. Two Vets Tripods Incorporated.
So here was another fun hunt for us. We were out in West Texas with Ty Cornelius Guide Service, the Prairie Dog Extraordinaire. This was a really fun hunt. Me and Amber and Kylie went out there. We were shooting the 30 caliber gauntlet that they just come out with at that time, and it was a blast. I think Amber shot one at like 40 or 50 yards with this thing, and it was this was a fun hunt. Watch this.
First prairie dog down here in Texas with the Umarex Gauntlet 30 caliber.
So we got out there that day. Tice was like, man, I don't know how this is going to go because it's really windy, but you know what? The Umarex Gauntlet 30 caliber performed perfect. We had high winds, but we were still able to kill a couple prairie dogs in the high wind with this gauntlet. So they were super accurate. The wind didn't really affect them a whole lot. So these are definitely good prairie dog air guns. Crosbyton, Texas. Check that out. Umarex Gauntlet 30, Ty Cornelius Guide Service, Prairie Dog Extraordinaire.
All right, so now we're going to move on to deer hunting.
Our favorite, probably big game. So at the time, air guns weren't legal in the state of West Virginia to hunt with. So we had to do a lot of our air gun hunting with the big game in Texas. So we love Texas. Well, last day here in Texas, things have been real slow. I guess the bucks are on lockdown with the does or something. I'm not really sure what's going on. We have never hunted here on this lease, and it's been this slow. I mean, we've been seeing deer, but we haven't been seeing any of our big shooter bucks, so I'm not real sure. I guess today we're running on hopes and prayers that at least a good shooter buck will come through. And it did come down to the last day, and you know me, I didn't care if it was spiked 4-point or a giant buck. I was not going home from Texas empty-handed. Got my deer with the Umarex hammer 50 caliber. Dropped him right at the feeder. I tell you what, if y'all don't air gun hunt, if you don't shoot air guns, you have got to get on that air gun train, because I'm telling you, there ain't nothing like it. It's different. That's so exciting. It's gonna be a short blood trail. So, like I said, come down to the last day, this buck come out. He's not my biggest buck, but I was super proud of him. Killed him with a 50 caliber Umarex hammer.
At like 70
At
some
like
yards.
it was like 72 yards. So and I had my little girl with me. Couldn't have been any better.
All right, so now it's my turn. And like I said, I'm getting to hunt with one of my favorites, the Umarex Air Saber.
Alright, it's the last morning set here in Texas, and Teddy literally already got a buck down with the hammer. It happened so fast. I just texted him. I was like, yeah, the feeder went off. I'm so excited. And then he's like, big buck down. I'm like, no way. So, that, it really did happen last day. Not the last minute, but the last day, last morning for Ted with the hammer. So I think he was going back. He's going to fill the hammer back up and then get back in the blind.
The Chase with Ted and Amber is brought to you by the State of West Virginia Division of Natural Resources and West Virginia Tourism. Umarex USA. East Coast Thermal and Night Vision. And Elkins Motorsports.
The Umarex Air Saber is absolutely deadly. Like I said, one more time, it's my absolute favorite. Alright, here's my buck, the Umarex Air Saber. He ain't a giant, he ain't my biggest buck, but he's still a great buck, and he's actually pretty heavy. Break off his brow tine. So of all the years hunting in Texas, this is one of my absolute favorite hunts. This is the biggest buck I've ever taken with the Umarex hammer, and it was an absolute perfect hunt, a great time, and I'm excited to show you. Alright, so we're back at it here tonight. We only have a day or two left before we head back to West Virginia, so I'm hoping and praying that I get my turn tonight. Teddy got his, Kylie's almost tagged out completely, and then you got me. All tags intact.
shot to be.
I just smoked the 8-point that we've been waiting on all evening. Oh my gosh, he came out and it's like last light, literally last light. Oh man. A little fast. Alright, so shot my buck and it was literally right at last light. And we decided to go back to the camper, check to see where I actually hit him, and I hit him perfectly in the shoulder. You could see the blood. First buck with the hammer, and I think we have him spotted right up here, so I'm really, really excited.
Man, he's pretty.
Even he's clean. I don't see no blood.
Huh?
I didn't see no blood. But he's a clean.
Look at him, he's pretty, huh?
He's not really big, but he is.
Thanks.
No, he's
The Chase with Ted and Amber is brought to you by Grizzly Ammunition, Vortex Optics, Striker Hunting Blinds, and Moultrie Mobile.
All right, something that I'm super proud of. My buddy Chad Simon and I with Lethal Air were able to go and set in Charleston, in my home state of West Virginia, in front of 13 senators and delegates to advocate for air guns, to get them to pass the law that we can hunt with air guns here in the state of West Virginia. It was super nerve-wracking, you know, but we come out on top. We usually have to go to Texas or air gun states like Texas to be able to hunt big game. So now we're fortunate enough here in the state of West Virginia to be able to hunt big game with at least a 50 caliber air gun. And what made it more sweet was my wife, Amber Nestor, killed the first deer in the state of West Virginia as a female. So she was actually the second person, but she was still one of the first.
All right, so just got set up. Today's the first day of our antlerless season here in West Virginia, and I have, for the first time, the Umarex hammer. It's our 50 caliber air gun, and we usually have to go to Texas to shoot it, but not this year because thankfully Teddy was able to go and help get the law passed for air guns here in the state. So hoping to have a big fat doe down with the Umarex hammer tonight. That will be the first time ever that we've been able to shoot this thing here in West Virginia at an animal. So really excited. I hope that the deer cooperate tonight. I just shot this doe with the hammer and she literally just dropped in her tracks. That happened fast. I was not expecting them to come out this early. It's only 5 o'clock.
All right. This is the first doe down, as far as I know, in West Virginia. I'm not sure yet, but this is the first doe down on our antlerless gun season here in West Virginia. This is the first time we've got to use an air gun. Thankfully, the air gun law passed, and I just shot this doe. She was about 53 yards with the Umarex hammer. It's a 50 caliber air.
Yeah, ready?
You did your part, I did mine.
Go team.